so today I gave you your star chart. We're just going to briefly look over your star chart and put some notes on this. But we're going to focus today on this section right here titled Area. You should have your calculator out, something to write with, and ready to go. Let's just briefly look over your star chart just to see what's on here. Everybody look at the top part. What is it titled? Linear equations. Have we already learned this? Yes, we have. Slope-intercept form for y equals mx plus b. We're going to be writing notes on this before our star chart. Before our star test. So you're going to learn how to take notes on this. So what does the M, and write nice and neat because this is going to be your copy that you keep. What does the M stand for? Slope. Also known as rate. Very good. And what does the B stand for? The y-intercept. And we learned that if it has a plus b, is it proportional or non-proportional? Non. So right here we're going to put this is non-proportional. So when you get your star test, the first thing they're going to give you is a star chart and then some pieces of paper to write stuff on. You're going to write these notes, and we're going to practice this all year long. All right, for direct variation, y equals kx. That means it doesn't have a plus b. This is proportional. And anytime you see the words varies directly or direct variation, you make a box. And cross, multiply, and divide. All right. The next thing we learned is how to find slope, and we learned this formula, but we learned that there's an easier way to find slope than this formula, and it's a button in our calculator. What is it called? Stat. Yeah, we can definitely just use stat. What is another formula we learned for rise? Oh, I just said it. For slope. Rise over run. So all three of these can be used to find slope. And you get to pick whichever way works for you. And that's pretty much what we've learned so far this year. Now we're going to get into our unit called geometry. When we come back from Thanksgiving break, we're going to start our 8th grade material, which is called volume and surface area. And it's of 3-dimensional shapes, which means you could touch them, you can move them. There's 3 dimensions, okay? But today we're going to go over this section right here called what? Area. These are the formulas that you learned from 3rd grade through 7th grade. Area is what we're going to cover today. So we're going to do triangles, rectangles, and circles. They put trapezoids on here, and I do not know why because it's not in our TEKS for 8th grade, but it's there if you need it. And we'll go over it just in case they try to throw that to you on the STAR test, okay? But let's go to our notes now. But you need to keep this by you because we need these formulas today. All right. Yesterday we learned perimeter. Perimeter goes around the outside of the shape. How did you find perimeter? Add all the sides. But today we're going to find area. What is area? It's written for you guys. But what is area? The amount of space taken up by a 2-dimensional shape. That means the entire shape. So if I was going to paint this wall, all eyes up here, guys. If I was going to paint this wall, would I just paint the outsides of it? I would paint the entire wall, yes? That is what area is. It's where you're taking up the entire shape. So you'll notice that the picture has the area shaded in. Everybody with me? There are formulas that you have to follow for different shapes. So I can't just say add all the sides because that doesn't work. So everybody look right here. To find area, you have to go to your star chart and you have to find the formula to use. It's very easy if you know your shapes. So let's look at example 1. What kind of shape is this? I didn't hear but 2 people. What kind of shape is this?
Rectangle.
So you're going to go to your star chart to the section titled area and you're going to find rectangle. Area is found by multiplying base times height. Now, in 3rd grade, y'all learned a different formula, and it's the same thing. Length times, if you like that better, write length times width, because it's the same thing. Whichever way makes you happy to say it. It's basically you take the 2 numbers and you multiply them together. So let's go to our paper and let's write the formula. Area is found multiplying length times width. Rectangles are the easiest. So I'm simply going to take 9 times 4. And I do want you to write all this because you'll have something to refer back to on your assignment. And you put in your calculator 9 times 4 and you get 36. And area is always given in units squared. It's just the way you put it because it's the whole shape. It's 2-dimensional, so centimeters to the 2nd power. It does not change your answer. You don't square your answer. It's just the proper way to write it. Make sense? How easy is this? Very easy. All right. What type of shape is this? This is the shape for some reason students struggle with, and it is not hard. Let's go to our star chart, go to the section titled area, and find triangle. Does everybody see it? What is the formula? 1/2 times base times height. Now I want y'all to think about something. Are y'all ready? All eyes with me? What's half of 100? 50. What's 100 divided by 2? Did you know that multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2? Y'all just said that. 100 times 1/2 was 50. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Are y'all with me? So if you don't want to use 1/2, you could do base times height divided by 2. Whichever way makes you happy. If you want to do it that way, write it here. Base times height divided by 2. Which way do y'all like it better? Y'all like dividing by 2? If you do 1/2, y'all have your calculator. It'll do it for you. I just like dividing by 2 better in my head because it just makes more sense to me for some reason. Are we good? So we're going to go write this down for triangle. Area is found by doing base times height and then dividing by 2. Now this is where you really need to pay attention. How many numbers are on this triangle?
3.
But how many do my formula ask for? 2. You need to find the base and height, and this is how you find it. I need everybody listening. I don't see everybody listening. Find the right angle. What's a right angle? Like a square, a perfect square. So look at this angle. Is that a perfect square? No. How about this one?
No.
How about this one?
Yes.
So I want you to draw a right angle. Draw a square. That means that is your base and your height. The numbers that form that right angle. That's your 2 numbers that you plug into this formula. All right, so I'm going to do base times height. So does this 14 even matter to me? No, not for area. So I'm going to do 11 times 7 divided by 2. Do y'all understand why I picked these two numbers? Yes or no? What did I find? The right angle. Take your calculator and put it in. 11 times 7, and you can do it all at once. The calculator knows order of operations, divided by 2. And it is what? 38.5. What are my units? Millimeters, and it's always squared because it's area. All right, let's look at the next shape. What is this shape called? It's another triangle. What's different about this triangle from this triangle? So this one has a right angle because it's called a right triangle, and this one doesn't. Why did they give me this number in the middle? Nope, I need it because look, remember how you find the base and the height? You have to find a right angle. Look right here. Is this a right angle? Nope. What about right here? How about right here? None of them are right angles. So they provided you this number because look right here. What does this form? A right angle. Draw that, please. That means this is the base and this is the what? Height. They had to give you that extra number because that is the height of the triangle. Do y'all understand why? You always need a right angle to find area of a triangle. All right, write your formula. Base times height divided by 2. So what two numbers are the base and the height? 21 and 8. So do I need the 17? No. Do I need the 10? No. So I'm going to do 21 times 8 divided by 2. What's my answer? 84. And this right here means feet, so feet squared. And I didn't mean to type area twice. That was an accident. I want to say it again because I feel like some of us aren't really paying attention. For area of triangles, what do you have to find? The right angle. That will be your base and your height. Everybody look right here. Here's my right angle. That's my base. That's my height. But in this one, here's my right angle. That's my base. That's my height. Any questions on triangles? Flip to the back. There's one more shape we're going to learn. And you learned this in 7th grade, I believe. Yes? These are called? Circles. What did you learn about circles? What is this thing called? It's called a radius. Everybody look at the top. A radius is a straight line that goes halfway through a circle. And if it goes all the way through, it's called a diameter. A diameter is a straight line that goes all the way through the circle. So this is a, and this is a, do y'all see the difference? Okay, go to your star chart. Find the formula for area of a circle. Pi r squared. So let's write that down. Area is found by doing pi r, that means pi times r to the second power. And what's awesome is your calculator is going to do all the work. Where in 7th grade you had to do it all by hand. All right. Does the formula ask for radius or diameter? So did this circle give me the radius? So all I'm going to do is pi times 14 squared. And your calculator has a pi button. Yes? So let's go find it. Everybody get your calculator. Turn it on. Everybody look right below clear, right here in blue. Everybody look right here below clear. Do y'all see the pi button? How do you access anything in blue? So you're going to hit second, and then you're going to hit this caret button to get the pi. I need your screen to look like mine. Raise your hand if you need help. Now just put in times 14. And this button right here is a shortcut button to square something. Does everybody see it right here? Push it. It will give you that little to the second power. Does everybody's calculator look like mine? Okay, hit enter. That's your answer. You don't have to write the whole thing. You can round to the hundredths place or whatever it tells you. So my answer is 615.75. And that's it. Meters squared. Does that mean I'm changing my answer when I write that? No, that's just the proper way to write area. All right, let's look at the next one. Is this still a circle? So my formula is still pi r squared. Write it down, please. I'm waiting for everybody to write pi r squared. Now, did they give me the radius? Because look, I need r radius. Did they give it to me? They gave me the diameter. So I have to do something to get the radius. What am I going to do? I need a half 4, yes? Because radius is halfway. Doesn't that just mean to divide by 2? What is 4 divided by 2? So you're going to mark this out and you're going to put the radius is 2 because I don't want the diameter. I don't even want you to see it anymore. So mark it out. All right, so here we go. We're going to do pi times, what was the radius? To the second power, because the formula says pi r to the second power. Go to your calculator, hit second pi times 2, and then y'all remember where the squared button is, right here. Squared. Hit enter, and that's your answer, but we're rounding to the hundredths place. So am I going to put 12.56 or 0.57? Because this is 5 or more, so that goes up. These are always multiple choice, though, so just pick your closest answer and you're good to go. What do y'all think? Is it much easier than in 7th grade? Because you have a calculator. Where do you find your formulas at? On your star chart under area. All right, Mrs. Smith is passing out your assignment. Just like yesterday, you're going to do it on paper. You'll get it checked with me, and then your answers will go into the Google Classroom. Does everybody understand? Get busy.